Hey guys, it's MCA bringing you another building tutorial. This time I'm showing you how to terraform. Yeah, this was actually suggested like a ton the other day when I put it out on Twitter, which kind of tutorial I should do, but this should be interesting. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Make sure you also check out my last building tutorial when we did 5 things you could build out of redstone, pretty easy things you could do, and the support was mad on that. I asked for 75 likes, you gave me like 120, so for this one, I'm going to be doing, if we can hit 100 likes, I think we can do it this time, I believe in you. But the first kind of terraforming we have is a really cool one and a pretty easy one, which is made out of snow. You can call it terraforming if you want to, but it's made out of the little tiny snow material stuff. You can just easily straight up walk on top of it. It's really cool, and it's a really awesome design that I definitely wanted to throw in to this tutorial. It's very easy to make, and I will show you why once we go over it. It's super smooth too. You can use it in so many maps. The next one, if you want to call it a terraforming, I'd say it's more of like a hill kind of thing. This is also a very easy one to do. I will show you guys, so don't worry. So if you are ever in need of like a hill or a little mountain top or anything in your map, this is the one for it. This is like usually in survival worlds too. You can just easily jump up. It's not too difficult. It's a pretty simple build. The next one is a bit more complicated though. It's more of like a ruffled, if you want to call it, kind of design, where it's just like very ruffled, very mountain-like design. You can see that on the left of it. It's made out of dirt completely, and then the other side of it has a bit of stone, just to add a little bit of texture to. I can also show you another way of detailing it too, later in the video too. See, if you want to climb up it, you just gotta jump around everywhere. And the last one we have is, some might argue is the hardest one to do, is I'd say like, this is for stone mountains or even caves too. I mean, I just built it out of stone anyway, so you can do it out of dirt, keep in mind. But people say that this could be the hardest one. I will show you a way once again where this is actually like a way to do it where it'll just be really easy and really good. But we're going to start out with the snow one first, because either that one or the hill one's the easiest. What you want to do is grab out some snow or really any block and just make layers just like I'm doing right now, like simple things. And then as I demonstrate right here, you can see like the sort of process in which the snow goes. So like you just keep stacking up the snow, and you can stack it like pretty high. Like there's so many layers which add up to one block, and you see it's just like so smooth. You can just easily walk up. That's like the most smooth walk ever in Minecraft. But literally what you want to do after you have your block layers of snow, you want to just start laying down a bunch of tiny snow layers, like a bunch of them. So literally, you want to make sure though, the one tip that I will give you is that you want them to be like so that you can walk up the snow, because there are times like if you stack like a little bit like too high, like next to a short piece of snow, you won't be able to walk up. So you want to just test it. And also like the little areas too, like that don't look a bit natural, you want to fix them. See, the thing with snow, I think this might be the easiest one, because the more snow the better, to be honest. Like it looks more natural. It looks like it just snowed a bunch, like in whatever map you're building, depending on what map it is that you are building, of course. But I mean, it's pretty cool. It's very simple, just like that. It's really cool. It's really fun to make and play around with. The next one is the hills, of course, which you want to start off by having just like, once you know where your line is, like in the front where you want your hill to start, you're literally doing the exact same thing as the snow. Like this is one way of doing it, of course. Like if you're just starting out on Terraform, you want to just try it out, see how well you can do with it, this is the way to do it. This is the way to start out by doing it. This is the basic idea and the basic way of doing it. And then of course you just fill it in, and then later on, after we fill it in, we want to add the little like layers in the way to make it look like a bit of a more detailed hill. So as you can see, I'm just kind of adding like lines just coming out of it, and then that's kind of what you want to do, and then you can fill in that excess part, and then that gives you the hill right there. Super easy. I mean, I think it's really easy. And then also once you get better at it too, you can just start off by like you know, just straight up making it rather than making the whole layers. But I mean, that's the basic idea of it. You know, the more you get better at it, the better you can build it, right? The next one is a bit harder, I would say. This is the ruffled kind of, I call it the ruffled kind of design just because it looks kind of like detailed and all over the place, kind of looks complicated. Once again, you can use dirt and stone or another block too. If you want to use another block, feel free to do that. What you want to do once you know where your terraforming line is going to be, like if you have a wall or something, this is the way you do it. So rather than just going across and laying down a bunch of blocks like that, what you want to do is just go one strip up at a time, and you just place down like a random number of blocks. So like I go up 2, go up 3, go up 4, go up 2. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no real pattern to it. Like, you could just start off with something simple as that, depending on how big or how you want your terraforming to be. But you can just start off with that, like that easy. Then next to it, you do the same thing. But one thing to keep in mind is that I usually don't have it where it's like a flat surface ever, like next to the one, like next to the dirt one that it's next to. I usually don't have that. I make sure that they're at different levels too. And I also just make sure that there's not much of a pattern I can see, if that makes sense. Like, and going up 3, going up 2, for that's like every one. I don't really want that either. But then you just do it to all of them pretty much. I usually start off with dirt, even if I'm using like stone to add it in afterwards. I usually start with dirt, and then you can bulk up the bottoms too. Like, just make it look more like realistic and make it look more like a hill. And then when I go in to add the stone, I just kind of break in a little bits of the dirt and then just add the stone in wherever I think that there should be stone, wherever satisfies me. I always say that in the tutorials. That's what I go with. And then that's pretty much it. But if you want to detail it more, you can add bone meal on top of the grass. Some people like this. I mean, I like it, just depending on what build it is. You know, you can like add the extra tall grass too, like all over it, and then you can also add the different flowers too, and then that's pretty cool, isn't it? That's like a pretty simple way of doing this kind of build too, which is pretty interesting. But the last one we have is the cave. I call it the cave one. You can also use it at the side of mountains too, or like really anything. If you find a use for this kind of thing, then go ahead and do it. I think it's a very useful thing to know how to do, and just terraforming in general is really useful to do. But once you have your general area of where you want your terraforming to be, you want to do almost like what we did with the last one, like with the ruffled one, but you want to do it sideways. So just like this, and then after that, you want to make another layer just next to it, like you want to just do another layer of just like it kind of going around, usually like a round kind of shape, like almost like a sideways arc, if that makes any sense. Like, you can see what I'm doing, and then you just continue doing it, and then afterwards you start to fill in the back parts of it. If this makes any sense, you can't see what I'm doing right now is just like filling in the back part of it, because I usually want to have like a little bit of like make it look like almost like you're in a mountain again, right? Or like in a natural cave kind of thing, and then there's like a waterfall. You can feel free to also just add blocks. Go ahead and do it. You always want to step back pretty much with any build. Like, if I haven't made that clear enough, like, because I've just said it so much in the last building tutorials, I think just the main thing with building is just that if you're satisfied with it, then that's good. You know, you want to build to where you're satisfied with your build, because if you build something that's like not that you're not okay with, or you don't really like, then it's not gonna show, you know. So you want to build something that you're proud of, and you know that's what you had in mind. You want to just try your best. But that's really it for this tutorial, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Terraforming is such a good thing to know about too, you know, a good thing to know how to build. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a suggestion for other tutorials that you want to see, because that's the way I make more tutorials, just off of the topics too. You guys have been enjoying these, so make sure to leave a like. Let's try to hit our goal of 100 likes. I really think we can. You guys can do it, and also subscribe for more building tutorials, more murder mysteries, more Minecraft content on this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.